So you're looking to get into vinyl records? That's what's up. I got 10 tips for you. Stick around, man.
Welcome to the corner. It's June's Music Corner. You know he's talking music and you know he's got records to show. Whether it's rap or R&B and everything in between. Classic soul, dance, hall and reggae. You know what I mean? So hit the like button, kick back and just chill. Don't be shy. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Don't forget to subscribe. It don't matter where you're from. You looking for rarities and colored vinyl? Yeah, I got some. So from up north to down south and all the way to California to all over the world, you're all welcome in the corner.
All right, welcome back to June's Music Corner. Thank you for joining me. I got something a little different today. I got 10 tips for the new vinyl collector. So whether you're brand new to this or been dabbling a little bit and you want to get a little more serious, hopefully with these tips I can help you save your records, save some money in your wallet, and enjoy this thing. So without further ado, let's get into it with tip number 1. All right, so tip number 1, get a good turntable. I know people get a lot of flack for these Crosley suitcase players, these all-in-ones. They're cheap, and yes, they do play records, but my honest opinion, you are not gonna get the experience. You are not gonna enjoy the music with these. I can't go through all the negatives about them. What I will say is you will not enjoy the music through any of those record players. I know some people may not have the money to go out and, especially beginning, to go pay $500-600 for a good record player, or maybe even $300 or $400 for a good record player, and not know if they want to continue collecting vinyl records or even have the time to do it. My recommendation for a good entry-level player would be the Audio-Technica LP60 or LP60X. They are not that expensive brand new, and you can also find them secondhand on eBay or thrift shops, pretty cheap. And I'd start there. They are fully automatic, plug and play. They come with an internal preamp to get you started. You're going to get nice sound out of them. They are not the best turntables by far, but they will get you started, and they're not junk. You know, they're not toys. I look at the Crosleys, those suitcase players, they're toys. All of those cheap turntables have the same mechanism. Your platter is small, and unless you're playing 45s or 7-inch records on there, and I wouldn't play those on it. But you want a platter that's gonna at least hold a 12-inch record. You want a stylus that is decent. Eventually you want an adjustable tone arm with a counterweight. But like I say, getting started, I would start with the LP60 or LP60X. And as you grow into this, if you want to move up, you can. You can always buy another turntable and sell that one, because like I say, there's always people that are getting into this looking for cheaper turntables or budget turntables, and they'll be glad to take that off your hand. They're belt driven. The belt is easy to replace. The styluses, the cartridges are pretty cheap. I'd start there. So again, do not cheap out on your turntable. You do not want to be playing a record that costs more than your turntable. So think about that. Let's move on. Tip number 2. Now that we've got our turntable, we got to think about these records. Buy what you love. Don't get caught up in the hype with colored variants or FOMO, the fear of missing out. Certain records come out. Buy what you love. Get you a list of the records that you love. Start there. And don't believe the hype, I say.
Don't believe the hype.
I know there are lots of videos and lots of lists out there. People say, oh, you need to own these 10 albums, or you need to own this. There's a lot of those lists. I love music, have loved music. I could go toe to toe talking music with anybody. There's lots of those lists, especially when it comes to rap or hip hop. 10 essential albums you must own on vinyl. Whatever.
Yo, whatever, man.
A lot of those albums I don't have. Some of them I do, but I'm not breaking my neck to add those to my collection if I know I'm not gonna listen to them. So buy what you like, buy what you love, and enjoy the music. Enjoy the music, because that's what it's about. All right, let's move on to tip number 3. All right, tip number 3, learn the difference between pressings, okay? Just because you may watch a video and you see someone hold up a record and they're like, yo, this record is worth $400, and you thinking to myself, wait, I got that record, and I only paid $20 for it. Learn the difference between pressings. There are original pressings, there are reissues, there are bootlegs. Do your research. You can use Discogs, you can use Google. There are lots of ways to find out which pressing you own or which pressing you're looking on buying. And different pressings, they sound different. So know what you're buying, know what you have, and don't get caught up. Oh, let's go on to number 4. All right, tip number 4, clean your records. If you get records from a flea market or secondhand from anyone, you get an open record, clean the record before you put it on your turntable. You do want to protect your stylus, and you do want to get the most out of this music. Even clean records, I get clean records, I clean them. They're coming from a factory. I know like they do their best to wear gloves and protect those grooves, but some of those records still come with a finish from the factory, or they have these paper flakes from the paper inner sleeve. Clean those records, whether you buy you a vinyl record cleaning kit and do a dry cleaning, or you do a little research and learn how to wet clean records. It is very important. Clean your records. Some people don't, and hey, that's them. But my tip to the new vinyl collector would be clean your records, man. Let's move on. All right, tip number 5, protect your investment. Vinyl records are not cheap. Treat them as you would anything else that you're spending your hard-earned money on. You want to protect them. Vinyl records come shrink wrapped. If it's a gatefold, you have to remove the complete shrink wrap. Sometimes if it's a single record, you just split the shrink wrap. You want to protect your sleeves with outer sleeves, plastic outer sleeves, and your vinyl records, you want to protect those with new inner sleeves. They come in these paper sleeves, but these paper sleeves can scratch your records. They can leave these paper flakes all over the place. And just to be safe and know that you are doing the most to take care of your stuff, invest in some inner sleeves for your records and outer sleeves for the jackets. You don't have to go buy the biggest brand name of these sleeves. Lots of companies make them. I find the cheapest ones I can, as long as they are of quality. They don't have to be the MoFi sleeves or invest in vinyl sleeves. Buy what you can afford, but protect your records because they're not cheap, and you want them to last a long time. Do what you can to make sure that they do. Let's move on to the next one. All right, tip 6, store your vinyl records vertically. You want them standing up side by side vertical. You do not want to lay them horizontal. You do not want to stack them up 50 records high. Vinyl records weigh a lot, and the more that they are, the more that they weigh. And you do not want to take the risk of damaging the record that's on the bottom because you have 15 to 20 records sitting on top of it, and you go to play that one that's on the bottom and now it's warped or whatever. So store them as you would books on a bookshelf, straight up, side by side, vertically, and you should be all right. Let's move on to 7. Number 7, check the condition of the record that you're buying. If you are not buying a new record, and even some new records can come damaged, But if you're buying a previously owned record, check the condition, learn the grading scale so that you know what to expect and you know what to look for. You have near mint, you have VG plus, you have VG, you got G. Learn these things and prevent yourself from buying a warped record or a moldy record or anything. If you can, look at the record. Check the record for scratches. Hell, smell the jacket, smell the jacket of the record so you know whether it's breeding mold, because you do not want that. One moldy record could ruin your entire collection. One scratch record could ruin the experience of that record. So learn to check the conditions of these records before you buy them. Let's move on. All right, tip number 8. Set a budget. Vinyl records are expensive, can be expensive. Collecting vinyl records can be addicting, okay? Set a budget, know how much you can spend per month and keep it that way. You don't want to, as they say, blow the bag and now you can't pay your other bills. So set yourself a budget and keep that budget. If you can't afford to get something this month and you really want it, don't buy anything this month. Save that money and with your next month budget, buy that record that you really want. But like I say, it can be addicting, and before you know it, you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on vinyl records that you may not even listen to. So do yourself a favor, make you a budget, make you a list of the records that you want, and try to stick to that. Don't go broke buying records. It's just not worth it.
Don't do it, dog. It's just not worth it.
Let's move on, man. All right, tip number 9. Enjoy him. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy everything about it. I know vinyl record covers look cool. I know that now there are 50,000 different variations of vinyl colors, and the vinyl records are beautiful now. And yes, they are artwork. But guess what? The purpose of that vinyl record is to relay the music that's stamped onto it. So enjoy that music, put your record on, kick your feet up, read those liner notes, and listen to the music. Enjoy the music. It is about the music. Don't get caught up just buying records to buy records or just collecting to collect. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the experience. Experience that flipping that record over and riding that entire album out. Listen to the music. Because that's what it's about, man. Let's move on to the last tip. All right, tip number 10. Join a community. There's a huge vinyl community here on YouTube. There's Reddit, there's Facebook. I'm in a few vinyl record groups on Facebook. Join the community, share experiences, learn, and fellowship with other music lovers and vinyl record collectors, man. Enjoy this thing. All right, that's it. 10 tips for the new vinyl record collector. I hope this helps, and I hope you learned something from it. I am not the end all be all for this thing, but hopefully I could help. What was the first vinyl record that you bought? Please let me know down in the comments. And if you made it this far, would you do me a favor? Just tap that like button, tap that subscribe button, and tap that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. I appreciate you. Until the next time, peace.